bring to the circle two objects. One of these objects represents a part of her sexual story she wants to keep, and one of these objects represents a part of her sexual story she wants to move beyond. And when 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 women have put their objects into this circle, we end up with what could be an archaeological dig of women's sexual history. It is absolutely magical. And what happens to women, when they're able to voice their own story, what they want, what they don't want, and have it heard by all of the other women, and then hear everybody else's stories, whether it's like theirs or not. There's a kind of camaraderie, a bonding, a sweet and powerful center of a vortex of energy that we create in confidentiality, in safety, and it's transformative. Women move from these circles, not everyone, but many women move from these circles being in a very different place from the place they came in.
Very good, very good. All right. Does sexual satisfaction or interest decrease with age?
Sexual satisfaction and interest are supposed to start going downhill at the moment that you discover your first gray hair. And as someone who has gray hair, I can tell you that isn't universally true. When I surveyed 3,810 people, mostly women, but also some men, what I found was that when those respondents connected sexuality with something more than physical, when they connected it with feelings and meanings, spirituality, emotions, their satisfaction levels actually went up with every decade. I was astounded when I saw the statistics, so that the 50, 60, and 70-year-olds were having a better time than the 20 and 30-year-olds. So I guess the moral of that is take heart and keep on coming back. It works. And don't believe everything that you read that's in the medical literature, which may be trying to sell you products or tell you that you're dysfunctional or spin you some kind of tale that things are going to get bad. And it is so individual. I'm not saying that every single person of 50, 60, 70, or 80 feels better, but it is possible.
Super. May I ask you another question?
Sure.
Okay. Can good girls enjoy sex without guilt?
Can good girls enjoy sex without guilt? It depends on what you mean by good. If you mean good as in, was that good for you? Good girls can certainly enjoy good sex. Guilt, guilt is a strange thing. I often describe it to clients as like some kind of pack that you are carrying around on your back, and it's filled with all sorts of squeaky, gnarly things. And one by one, you can unload that pack, and eventually you can walk without guilt. But I find that a lot of us who have been brought up as good girls, and I was one of them, I'm a recovering proper Bostonian, have had to work very hard to let go of that sense of guilt and the sense of shame that it's not okay for women to feel good, which is built into the culture. God forbid we should feel good. which is I found this all over the country, this attitude when I was out there with my book, Women Who Love Sex. It's not okay for women to love sex.
Very good.
I want to say one more thing. When I was out there with my book, Women Who Love Sex, I found myself, first of all, asking women, what is it you love about sex? Which was always different because every woman has a different story. And then I found myself saying, if I had a big pink button that said, I am a woman who loves sex, would you wear it? I have yet to find more than about 3 women who have said yes. Why would you not wear it? Because we'd be beaten, because we'd be raped, because we'd be laughed at, hurt, killed. So what I extrapolate from that is that I have a very simple formula for changing the world. I believe we could change the world if we change the names we call women who love sex. Because this is the kind of construct that keeps women and men separate. It keeps us in what I call a kind of perpetual cultural missionary position, man on top. And that if we can open up our attitudes and allow sexuality as a part of our life, as a part of our given right, God-given right, if you use that language, then it's okay for women to love, and it's okay